Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode on our Real Reset channel. So let's get started.
I think all our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. You know? And I think that's what I sussed when I was 16 and 12 way down the line. But I expressed it differently all through my life. It's the same thing I'm expressing all the time. But now I can put it into that sentence that I think we're being run by maniacs for maniacal ends, you know. If anybody can put on paper what our government and the American government, etc., and the Russian, Chinese, what they are actually trying to do, you know, and what they think they're doing, I'd be very pleased to know what they think they're doing. I think they're all insane, you know, but I'm liable to be put away as insane for expressing that. You know, that's what's insane about it.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you agree?
I do.
It's insane, you know. It's not just a bit strange, it's just insane.
And that's the
And nobody knows, all these people in the street and that. Half the people watching this are going to be saying, oh, what's he saying, what's he saying? You know, that you are being run by people who are insane and you don't know.
Imagine is the same thing. You hit it right in the head. It's just imagine if there were no countries. Not no places where we each had our little spot. But imagine, there was a time, you know, when you didn't have to have a passport to go from country to country. What kind of world are we creating? Really, it used to be you could go around, you know. What is this game that you can't get, that somehow this is America and then just across the field is Canada, and that you have to have all kinds of papers and pictures and stamps and passports and, you know, I mean, when you think about it, it's insane. It's insane carving up the world into little patches like that. The concept of imagining no countries, imagining no religion, not imagining no God. Although you're entitled to do that too. Imagining no denominations. Imagining that we revere Jesus Christ, Mohammed, Krishna, Milarepa, equally. We don't have to worship either one, that we don't have to, but imagine there's no Catholic Protestant, no Jew Christian, that we allow it all, freedom of religion for real, I mean, for real. Just imagine it. Would it be so terrible? We have to project a positive future. I mean, I think that's what Christ and Mohammed and those people were saying in their way, in their time, for their society. I would say the people have the power. I don't mean power of the gun. They have the power to make and create the society they want. We all created this together. It wasn't a few kings or a few generals. We might have invested the power in a Napoleon, or the Germans might have been hypnotized by Hitler. Does that make the Germans different from the rest of the human race? No way. You know, it could have happened anywhere. It just happened there at that moment in time. Okay? And also, the world, we do breathe in and we breathe out. So you go to the left, you go to the right. It's all, in the long term, it's meaningless. Even since I was a conscious of politics, it was the right in the 50s, the left in the 60s, and sort of nothing in the 70s. And it's going to the right. If everybody's going to panic and just react to an illusionary right wing that's going to kill everybody, well, that's what you're going to get. I believe that it doesn't have to be like that just because the guy has a right wing or supposedly has a different political view than other people. Now, personally, I've never voted in my life. How do you like that? Now, there's a Beatles book that was handed out on the 1964 tour, a book of photographs, and on the top of it, it shows this young John Lennon in his usual big mouth way saying, no phony politician's ever going to get through to me. Well, I take the phony politician out because I don't think all politicians are phony. I won't categorize even politicians now, because I've learned a lot since I was 23. But I don't think politics is the only answer. I think this idea that we elect these leaders and then expect them to do miracles for us. Now, Kennedy is a big dream for everybody because he didn't live to fulfill or let us down. And it's not to negate what Kennedy was and what he means to people. But the reality is, had he lived, how do you know how well he would have done at the time, right? Or how the war would have gone and how everything would have gone. So investing leaders with supernatural powers, whether they be pop stars, politicians, or movie stars, or football heroes, it don't work. It just doesn't work. Because we put them up on the pedestal and immediately we want to knock them off. It is too much invested in one man, one group. And I don't believe in that. I don't believe the media are separate from society. I don't believe politicians are separate from society. I don't believe pop stars, football players, and movie stars are separate from society. It's just that we've developed this thing for whatever reason that we think they are, that each, we're broken up into these fragmented pieces, countries, sexes, races. It's a joke. It's as Neanderthal as the political system.
Imagine no seismic blasting. It's easy if you try. No shell on the wild coast, and no government ties. Imagine all the creatures living in the sea. Yeah, imagine being a dolphin. It isn't hard to do. Then shells start blasting for oil, and it ends up killing you. Imagine all the creatures dying for some grease. You shall may say that it's legal, but I'm not the only one who thinks that shells should go and themselves, and the wild coast should be left alone. We cannot let this happen. And if shall follow through, fill up at another station, and then see what they do. Imagine all the creatures that we could save today. You shall may say that it's legal, but I'm not the only one who thinks that shells should go and f themselves, and the wild coast should be left alone.
We aim to establish a truly free and open nation by the year 2025. It would be arguably for the first time in recorded history that this has happened. It is important to understand that neither we nor our group represent any country, government, religion, or any organization or firm. All of us are just open-minded people who believe that everyone should have the right to thrive in a free and open society. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you will join us for this exciting journey. Remember that you can already pre-register for the Citizenship in Free Autonomous Nation on our homepage. Or you can support this project by going to the Go Get Funding page or by clicking the Go Get Funding on our website. Keep an eye out for our new weekly video series. We will bring you the latest news on various topics every Friday.